you know, when I was a kid in elementary school, all the little boys in school, they would beat on their desk and they would go like boom, tap, boom, boom, tap. And I was like, what are they doing? It was like a ritual, you know, when the teacher leaves the room, they start beating on the desk. And some of the girls, they would have their sticks and stuff too. And so they were playing go-go music. That was what they heard on the radio. You know, Trouble Funk, EU, Red Essence, Chuck Brown, all of that. You know, they had their boom boxes coming to school, and you know, in the hallways listening to it. And you know, it was a fun music. It sounded really fun to play and fun to listen to, and you know, that's how I started liking it. Taking piano lessons at the age of 5, 6-ish, and I always loved music. My parents, you know, they were into music. My mother sang and she played a little bit of piano, and my dad, you know, he played the bass, and I would just listen to him play every day. And he was an old school player, so he played a lot of Brothers Johnson and Larry Graham and stuff like that. And so obviously I listened to all of that, and that influenced me. And after that, just songs off the radio, going to church, you know, it just really, really inspired me. And I always wanted to be on TV, like at the Grammys, or, you know, backing up or an artist or something like that. And, you know, every time I would look at those shows, I'm like, wow, I could do that, you know, so.
Y'all still feeling good out there? All the way in the back.
My first experience playing go-go was really at the same time my first experience going to a go-go. I never really went to a go-go. You know, when I was a kid, you know, my parents had me a lot of different things. I was in karate, I was playing piano, you know, I was in school, I went to Duke Ellington, and, you know, we performed and did all these shows. So I never really had a chance to go to a go-go. I mean, you know, all of my friends did, and, you know, I always wanted to. But my first experience was really playing with Maisha the HipHuggers. You know, when Sugar Bear came on the scene, and in the HipHuggers, and Juju, that was my first time really playing go-go and going to a go-go at the same time. And I'm gonna tell you, it was so much fun, so much fun. It's kind of like, you know, wow, I mean, your talents and your gifts are being appreciated. You know, being a keyboard player, I'm always behind the scenes. I don't really get to, you know, be the front person like a talker. The talker gets all the attention. The conga player in go-go gets all the attention. The drummer gets all the attention. But what about the bass player? What about the guitar player? What about the keyboard player? You know, we lay that carpet, we hold that foundation that a lot of people take for granted. But I'm like, wow, I'm a keyboard player. And I know Chuck Brown, God rest his soul, he's smiling down on me.
We're gonna start off in cruise control for you, baby. A nice and easy fella.
Well, I've been playing jazz for a long time, and you know, I toured with artists like Pieces of a Dream. They were my big inspirations. And who else? I played with Angela Bofield. I played with Nile Rodgers and Chic, Stephanie Mills, Miles J, and so forth and so forth. And by the time I got to playing go-go music, it was like, let's take Chuck for example. You know, playing with Chuck, you know, he always had a jazz background or a bluesy background, and so my influences helped me to get into his band for real, you know. I wasn't no slouch. I don't, you know, really mean to pull my coattail, but, you know, I wasn't a slouch, and he always had a reputation of having strong players in his band, and it was an honor and a privilege for him to choose me. So all of the jazz and classical and gospel influences that I had, I brought that with the HipHuggers, you know, into Chuck Brown, and vice versa. The cool thing is that go-go music also helps me, because I still play with other artists. I still back up people like Chrisette Michelle and who else? The thing about being a musician is that you're always going to be pulling from all of those legends. You're always going to be, you know, developing your tools from those artists, and so that's all I do. I just listen to a lot of my influences, and you could hear that in the way I play. As far as go-go influences, you gotta say Chuck Brown, EU, Trouble Funk, Red Essence, Lil Benny, Funk, and the cool thing is that I was able to work with all of them. I mean, who does that? You know, when you're a kid and, you know, you hear the music on the radio and you say, ooh, 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 and then when you know, you get to work with them, you get to know them and be personable with them, so it's really cool. It's a blessing.
You have a heart and we'll never be worlds apart. Maybe in magazine, but you still be my star. Baby, 'cause in the dark we can see shiny cars. That's when you need me there. Boy, you
I really see go-go right now just really broadening their horizons and doing things national and international, and that's one of the things that I'm trying to do with my all-female band, Bella Donna. As a matter of fact, we're about to go on the Tom Joyner cruise, which is really huge for us because all of those artists like Robin Thicke and Charlie Wilson and Shantae Moore, they're all going to be on there, and we get to mingle and socialize and network with these people and let them hear our music, because it's not just a DC type of trip. These are people that's coming from all over the United States that's going to be on this boat. And for Tom Joyner to really allow us to do our thing, and we're also going to be backing up some artists too, like Vivian Green, El Renee, and Algebra, and Curtis Blow, and Sugar Bear. So we're gonna have a ball. So things like that, you know, that really encourages us to really step up our game with our showmanship, our look, our sound, and you know, it'll pay off in the future. Somebody's going to hear us, somebody's going to see us, and we're going to be on that huge stage at the Grammys or wherever. You know, that's the goal that we're trying to push. I decided music was going to be my career choice was when I was able to buy my own car and I was able to buy my own house. I'm like, wow, I mean, I can make a living doing this, something I enjoy, and you know, other people enjoy me doing it, and I make a lot of money doing it. Hey, that's what I'm going to do.
Now here's what I want you all to do for me.
I like to tell young girls to stay humble, because one thing about being a woman in this industry is that people tend to think of you as a, you know, BI. And, you know, as long as you stay humble, as long as you stay true to yourself, and as long as you have a great personality, you know, you can get along with people. A lot of times, a lot of these artists and musicians, they will rather hire someone who's an average player, but they have a wonderful personality, and they're easy to work with, they're teachable, they're easy to be taught, you know, opposed to someone who just thinks that they're just all that and know everything, and, you know, and they, you know, that bad diva mentality. So just stay humble, just do you, stay in your lane, you know, and, you know, I think everything will be cool.
We got something straight for y'all out of the basement. It's something new for you. Hello. We gonna get into it, Bella. Hello.